All right, I'm going to set a couple of ground rules forth right quick. Before I tell you what this show is and who's it sponsored by, I got to tell you, Smitty, you're only allowed to be here for 10 minutes because I've been watching you for the last 5 minutes as you're on your stream. You are dying. You're going through the motions. You're coughing. I'm getting 10 minutes out of you, and then you're out of here. You got it? Okay. All right. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody struggling as much as he's struggling right now. Never mind.
Oh, is it 0 days coming? Oh, see, that would usually piss you off.
Somebody sabotaging you think? That's weird. How did that broken mic stand get over there? No. Barstool Pick Central brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook, the one and only sportsbook of Pick Central and Barstool Sports. The Barstool Sportsbook now offering a $1,000 bonus for new players. If your first bet loses, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Get your ass up and move to that chair.
It's my good chair. I have good days. I have good shows on this chair.
Get your ass up and move to that chair.
I have good shows on this chair.
What are you? Okay,
but he bullied me to shave my fucking mustache.
Jason needs to fix the
moving.
mic.
Frank doesn't have to go to streams. I don't have to move.
Jason, come here.
Frank doesn't have to go to streams. I don't have to move.
Get up here. At least let him fix the mic.
Yeah, let him fix the mic.
Let him fix the mic.
That's right.
And I'll read the ad while you let him fix the mic. All right. Okay. This show brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook, the one and only sportsbook of Pick Central and Barstool Sports. Barstool Sportsbook now offering a $1,000 bonus for new players. If your first bet loses, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So download and create an account today. Use code PICK to unlock your $1,000 bonus. Be sure to use code PICK, once again, P-I-C-K, to unlock your $1,000 bonus on the Barstool Sportsbook. Terms apply. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Oh, my goodness. All right, so Rico's on the shelf right now I don't want you to talk in your bad chair.
I'm okay.
You're okay? Okay, good. We're at 3 days. No meltdowns, no mental breakdowns, so that's good. 3 days.
I would say that's not reset worthy either. It was close.
No, it's not reset worthy. He was
fine. Teetering.
It can go at any moment.
Yeah.
It can always go. Booze, did you get my text about 10 minutes before the show?
I did, yes. We are looking for it right now. I will get it for you, though.
You will get it for me. Okay, thank you very much. All right, Smitty.
Brandon?
You okay?
Do I sound okay?
You sound fine. You look okay, but you've been in a coughing fit. And there you go. Yeah, we're gonna get 10 minutes out of Smitty. Let me introduce everybody, and then we're going right to Smitty. Mush, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Where's Hunter Dickinson going?
I'd actually, when we have time, I want to talk about it.
Okay, Big Ev.
Brandon.
Hello.
Hello.
Rico Boss. Oh, me and Big Ev had a moment today where we challenged each other to Rough and Rowdy, and then we decided we'd probably be the funniest two people in the whole company to fight at Rough and Rowdy.
That'd be a 20-second fight.
We said we'd swing at each other for 20 seconds, then come to a mutual agreement just to lean on each other.
Stand on opposite sides of the ring, just look each other in the eye, and be like, "Hey, why don't we just
let's chill out?
It's only 3 minutes.
Boys,
let's work this out.
Let's go get some Chick-fil-A.
Let's chill out." And Rico Bosco.
What's up?
How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you.
I can't believe you shaved your mustache after
I got bullied. All right, right to the complaints.
Nobody bullied you? I mean, I thought it looked good. All right. Smitty.
What's going on here?
Two things have happened, Smitty. Number one, the Sixers walked into Boston and beat the Celtics in Game 1. Number two is, are you happy or are you mad that Doc Rivers might actually win a huge series for you, and you have to acknowledge that?
What I first of all, you and everybody here should apologize to Marty Mush for picking an outright winner last night. That was a genius play.
They laughed at me.
I know. I watched. It was unacceptable. I didn't even pick him to win. You want to know why? Because that was the most, thinking about it, that was the most surprising victory at least in my lifetime.
Well,
Gutsy.
What I liked about it, Smitty, was you got stars in the NBA, and last night James Harden was like, "Oh, y'all fucking forgot?
I must have forgot.
Y'all forgot? I can go get it if I want it."
Different this year. He's been different.
But it's in there.
He's healthy. He's healthy.
And
he's playing for a contract. Like, it's not being mistaken. He just earned his max contract back to Houston last night. Like, if we're being sure.
Yeah, that's it. It's crazy. But Boston, the thing about the Celtics, they're missing something, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Al Horford shouldn't be on the floor.
They look like a team that ought to win a championship, but I don't think they're going to. They're missing something. There's something isn't complete in that picture.
I really think that, like, the coach is the edge. Like they just don't have that same tenacity especially on defense.
They got no defense.
None.
In the fourth
None.
quarter last night, there was a couple of moments where they could have stepped on their neck early, but they didn't. And the Sixers, every time the Sixers finished on what, a 10-4 run, 11-4 run, or something like that.
Talk about the fourth quarter. The Sixers, the Celtics shot 77% from the floor in the first half. That is unheard of. And the Sixers were only down by 3.
Yeah, 66,
I don't
63
know.
and a half.
I don't know how that's possible. And you go into the fourth quarter, I mean, yeah, Embiid's out, but the Sixers give Daryl Morey credit. PJ Tucker, it's not going to show up on the stat sheet, but he's a dog.
Yeah.
Dog. Melton, 5 for 6 from 3. What a pickup in the offseason. Tyrese Maxey deserves a max contract.
B-ball Paul.
And then you got B-ball Paul. I mean, this guy, Doc wouldn't play him for the life of everything until Montrezl Harrell is essentially a bum. And B-ball Paul comes and proves himself. Those 4 swishes in the final, minute and a half from a 70-something% big guy shooter. I mean, you want to talk about ice in his nuts. B-ball Paul came to play. But the factor is, obviously Embiid's out, but if James Harden can play to this MVP level, the Sixers have a shot to go up against anybody.
All right, Embiid, though. Are we going to get him back? What are we doing with Embiid?
I mean, Barkley said it best. You're an idiot to play him game 2. You're an idiot. You already got 1.
Right.
Rest him until game 3 and take home court advantage. If he comes back, it's up in the air. I hope to see him, 80% plus, but who knows?
What's the schedule? Do they have a long break in between one of these games?
It's every other day.
It's usually a long break after the second game.
Yeah.
Like the Knicks play tonight, they don't play till Saturday.
Yeah.
That's stupid. One of the stupidest quotes I've ever heard last night was Al Horford. And Al Horford said, because the MVP of the NBA, Joel Embiid, didn't play, they didn't have that. They seemed to play worse because of that. That is, you are in the second round of the playoffs. You should be happy that the best
Game
player
1 at home
is not playing, and that's not. This is not fucking the 30th game where Embiid's not playing. You're playing the fucking Rockets. You don't feel you're on a 7-game road trip. You don't feel like playing. That's the worst excuse of all time. And Al Horford, all they would do to the Celtics last night, pick and roll, Harden on Horford, jumper over his face every time, and they have played no defense. The Celtics are a good team, obviously, but they can be beaten by anybody. And
was the Malcolm Brogdon turnover the worst turnover you've ever seen in your life?
Sleepy Floyd. Championship game.
1982 championship, yeah.
And PJ Tucker, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Tatum's ball exploded. His balls got smoked on that fucking hit.
What you say is
His balls, that was the hardest hit of all. That hurt me watching it. It was awesome by PJ Tucker. But listen, and also Harden after the game was such I never seen it like a leader being like, it's just one game.
Get out of here.
It's one game. Don't go crazy. Like, this Sixers team has it. I've been telling you.
I think they got a little edge to them too that Boston doesn't have. And Big F's right when I say they're missing something. They don't have that fuck you that they've had the last couple.
If you watch the email on the sideline last year, he's a fiery guy, and
Boston's had fuck you for 5 years.
And I think Marty brought up some good points. What I was thinking too is, I think, and I would say I got in that place as well, just betting the Celtics yesterday. Maybe the Celtics got a little complacent. Not only the Embiid thing, I think that's part of it as well, but just that they've beat them so many times.
Yeah.
And it's generally the same core on each side, where they think they just walk in there and just slap them around just because they just show up. And apparently they just walked in there. The Sixers said clearly that's not the case anymore.
The long break is game 2 to 3.
Yeah.
It's Sunday, so they're going Wednesday, Sunday. To answer your other question, and you say the Celtics are missing something. You have your best coach up in an office. How many times am I going to say it?
It's like his choice.
It is his choice, but
That's what I'm saying.
People said their best coach was fucking someone in the staff.
nah, their best coach is up in an office. Their second best coach was fucking somebody.
He's talking about fucking.
I know what he's talking about, but
Bring him back. Bring him back.
He never got as far as Duque did.
Bring him back. He's still a better coach.
All right, Smitty, our time with you is winding down.
Duque.
You now have a 1-0 lead over the Celtics. A road game. You've got the split you needed. You were not confident in the series at all, so don't pretend like you were. But are you confident now?
I'm more confident because they showed the absolute heart that we haven't seen in a long time. Like, they're gonna fight, especially Harden. I mean, it all comes to Embiid's injury. Yes, it matters. And if he doesn't come back close to like 80%, like, it's going to be bad. But if Harden plays like MVP James Harden, like, they can do something. But the Celtics are still a better team.
Two
They
more.
just are.
I don't know if they are. Two more questions before I let you go. Bryce Harper coming back after Tommy John surgery very, very quickly. How you feeling?
160 days, the guy's rewriting medical journals all across the universe.
Well,
It's
he's not a pitcher though, so like
doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. You try to swing a bat with that shit going on.
Yeah.
Come on, 160 days.
And last question, I haven't talked to you since the weekend. The Eagles with two Georgia players in the first round. We had that, but then they got Keely Ringo, and then they got DeAndre Swift. Thoughts?
Something's up. Something's up. I mean, you guys said it best. Why are teams just giving the Eagles players?
That's the stupidest thing in the world.
It's outrageous.
You can't hate the
Something's
thought
up.
process of trying to
You
get.
want me to
guys
let him
from
go, or do you need him
culture.
for this?
I really needed to get this off my chest.
Go ahead.
The biggest loser already is being told by the Grizzlies they will not have him back next year under any circumstances. Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
See ya, Shanghai Sharks. Loser.
Did you see Jaren Jackson's tweet yesterday of saying Memphis has been real, or Memphis
Yes.
appreciate it?
Yeah, that was weird.
His contract's not up, right?
No.
Also, he's a restricted free agent.
Yeah.
They clearly would give him a max.
That's
Smitty.
See ya, Dylan.
Teams in shit.
Smitty, you're dying. Come back when you can, okay?
I'll see it. Go Sixers. One last thought. Yankees are in last place. See ya.
Hold that thought.
Oh, nice.
Not you. You go. We're gonna circle back. I have a visitor to talk about that in a little bit.
Oh God, I can't be. Ugh.
I have a visitor to talk about that in a little
Last by.
bit. Yeah, well, it's coming. Sorry.
You bring tall,
I
skinny guy in?
have somebody coming in soon to replace Smitty for today. Smitty, please leave. You can X out. Why is he sitting there? Okay. Booze, do you have the clip yet?
What do we got?
I just wanted to see this, and I wanted to watch this and react with you guys. This was a
He's
couple
like
of weeks
the
ago.
dad that I had, but is dead, and now he's just alive again.
I love Brandon, so I really hope that's not true. Brandon Walker, he's a piece of shit. You can fucking put that in stool sequence.
I'm a Brandon Walker guy. We have mutual respect. He thinks he can kick my ass. I think I can kick his ass. You know, there's mutual respect there.
He's like
Yeah, fair.
Zah would beat the fuck out of you.
I want to see that
I
fight.
mean, no, absolutely zero lies spotted.
Let me ask you a question. What wins? Low center gravity.
Leverage. Low man wins.
Low man wins.
Zah,
Zero lies spotted.
we do have mutual respect.
Yeah, there we go. As I said,
I
zero lies
respect.
spotted.
I respect you.
Yeah, and I have a lot of respect for you.
It's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
I beat the fuck out of you, Zah.
No.
I beat the
That's
fuck
where
out of
you're
you.
mistaken.
I'd get fired. It'd be a hate crime. I could not. I'd beat the fuck out of you, Zah.
Oh, don't let the smooth taste fool you, man.
You ever seen Zah's ass?
I've seen Zah's ass.
Yeah, it's the most strongest thing
All right,
ever.
HR. HR.
You're the one who said it.
First things first. Pause. Then HR. Too.
You said it first. All right.
Everyone's talking. Kyle Lowry or Zah?
Jack Hollis.
Yeah, it's shit like a pillow.
I'm done getting objectified here.
Okay. Now, is anybody ready? Because this is the last chance I'm going to give you.
No.
Is anybody ready to acknowledge the Denver fucking Nuggets as a title threat?
Hold on. You're saying anybody. Not everybody dismissed.
You
them
also
in this
didn't
series.
join. You didn't support either.
You didn't join. You were Switzerland.
Yeah. So the Denver Nuggets can win a championship train is pulling out of the station. It is your last chance to get on this bandwagon. I'm driving. Are you coming?
They're the third best team in the West.
No, to get my
You
respect,
thought they were worse than the Suns.
to even get a little.
I did.
They still have to win a game in Phoenix to get my respect.
But to
We
be
saw the Warriors do it.
This is gonna hit like Villanova 2016. No, like you don't understand. They shot out of control. That's what I still say. They shouldn't have won that title. Ev's just gonna be. They're gonna be hanging the banner.
All I'm saying is, if all of a sudden
bare-faced, and he's just
in
still
like
gonna be
5 days from now, or give or take, it's 2-2 going back to Denver.
Game one, Jokic wasn't that good, and the rest of the team went bonkers. Last night, the rest of the team was trash.
He was
the MVP throws up 39, 16, and 8, or 39, 16, and 6, or something like that. And they allow 87 points to a team with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Chris Paul, by the way, is just we can never talk about Chris Paul in legacy at all. He's just garbage.
Been saying it for a decade.
Yeah, that's why I'm
He had 8 points and 5 assists last night.
2 grudges here, and you just chose to lean on one more because you hate Chris Paul.
I do hate Chris Paul, but that's my Denver take was honestly in my brain. I just don't think they're that good.
Still don't.
Like they're good.
Are you watching?
They're good, but I don't think they're like
doing my
I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win.
You're getting screwed here because you hate Chris Paul, and now you're relying on Chris.
Yeah, but
Paul
I don't like. But
to win
that's.
you this
But
series.
I think I've been proven right by Chris Paul over and over again.
Yeah, fair
that's
enough.
just. There's
He only played 25 minutes last night.
He got hurt actually. He didn't play.
Nuggets are
I
playing.
know, no, but I meant preseason, pre-series. You basically needed. Chris
But
Paul.
I'm a Booker guy. I like Durant. Like I wouldn't mind seeing him win.
Nuggets are playing Suns. Suns don't play any defense. Okay, we'll see. There's still 5 games left in the series. Then they play the Warriors or the Lakers. Old legs, like the path. Is
old
not,
legs is such a tired. No, they're not old. The Lakers just played young legs. What happened?
They're not as good as the Nuggets, though.
No, they're not. But it's still
Warriors did too. Warriors played the youngest
but
legs.
the Lakers have young legs still on the team. But
Nuggets-
there's this number right here, right? What is that?
That's 4.
That is what the Suns scored off the bench. Their bench is inept. They have nothing left. Kevin Durant can't play 40 minutes.
I mean, they just shit the bed in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they
They
can't.
scored 12 points. They played a
They got enough. They're gonna.
They were
win.
winning. They were winning the entire game. They
I
just
fell
played.
asleep. I had the Suns plus 4.5, and fell asleep and was feeling terrific.
They were in control of the game for 75% of the game.
It was one of those. You ever check a score after you fell asleep and think you might have dreamed it?
Yeah.
It's literally. Yeah,
You're like, how did this happen?
Yeah, you go like this. Yeah. You do the wait.
Let
what?
me tell you something.
Click the thing. Click the plays. All right.
I'm a plus sign Hua after I hit a big one, and I hit a plus 500 on the Sixers, and I put it all on the Suns money line, and then I also put it on the Rangers money line too, like live in the third period. It all went back.
Yeah.
It was to be a series of poor decisions you made.
Yeah, but it was a really fun hour.
Yeah. So last chance to get on the Nuggets wagon. You're not getting on. You're not getting on.
They're
garbage. Huh?
Warriors and Lakers. They're not garbage. Warriors and Lakers are better than them.
Yes.
Then why haven't they been better than them?
Look, the Lakers have been the best team in the NBA for the past month. If you look at the stats,
Nuggets.
Warriors were hurt a lot too.
Nuggets were the best team in the West since.
whole way.
They've had the same team. The Lakers haven't.
I don't do stats. I watch the games. Stats are stupid. Watch
It
the
would
game.
still surprise me if the
Eye
Nuggets
test.
can win it, but I'm on yours where yes, they can win it.
I think you're lying to yourself if you don't think they can win it.
They're not going to win.
I don't think they're going to win it.
I think
You're talking to a guy who's 12 feet deep in the hole,
I
right?
think anybody left in the West probably can win it, and I think the Sixers and Celtics can win it.
I don't want to see Big Ev's chin.
I don't either.
I don't want to see it.
I really don't.
I like the way his face looks.
I don't want to see my shit at all.
I don't want to see it at all.
Shins. Definitely don't want to see them.
Man,
I'd really prefer not to.
but you would,
I mean, if the Nuggets win the championship, I will have no choice.
Marty. It could be like when you shaved your head and you just took it down to like a 3.
No. That was.
I could do that. I won't do that though, but I could.
That was full.
Yeah.
Should we start looking at it hurts as a Knicks fan? Should you start looking at the Heat to get to the finals?
Yeah, I think you could.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Eric Spoelstra, top 5 coach of all time.
Top 5 of all time is a lot, but
At least, I know it's definitely top 10 in my mind.
he's a phenomenal coach and should be in any discussion.
Who are the no-brainers? Phil,
Popovich, right?
Yeah, of course.
put Don Nelson in there just for
I'd say Pat Riley.
Pat Riley.
What Eric Spoelstra's done though is like everyone said, fucking anyone on the couch could coach LeBron, the big 3, which is one not true. Like egos are a big thing. People forget he almost got fired right away. LeBron hated him, and then he figured it out. They all leave, take like a year or two. They're back in the mix. They were in the championship in the bubble. Like what they're doing this year, Eric Spoelstra is one of the best coaches, and I feel like doesn't get a lot of shine for it.
I think he's starting to. I think people are starting to respect it.
So why are the Knicks 7-point favorites tonight?
Because they're going to win.
Is Jimmy Butler?
I don't even think it matters. I think Jimmy
Brunson
Butler's.
and who else is banged up?
Jimmy Butler's. Brunson's like soreness. He's going to play.
Is Randall playing?
I think Randall. Is going to play. He was out in the court moving on Sunday, and they were saying he was like on track. I guess that's questionable.
Now,
I'm just assuming Butler's going to play, and he's going to play well.
If he didn't play, would this be one of those situations where they're split and they're going to save him till game 3, or if he didn't play tonight, or is there any worry that he wouldn't play again?
Who, Jimmy?
I think it's Jimmy. He's a crazy.
I think he's.
I think you'd have to
There's
handcuff
no way
him
he doesn't
to not play.
If he doesn't play tonight, I could see him. It'll definitely game 3.
I think you have to handcuff him to not play.
Oh, hello.
And I think Randall playing is huge. The 3 games this year when they played the Heat, he played great.
Here, please. Okay, sit over there by Marty.
Great.
Chris Clemmer has joined us.
Come to save this show. You guys having some problems, huh?
No,
Phones aren't working. People are sick.
I told you before the show that you would be on. Why are you acting like you're saving the show? What the hell was that?
It's me laughing.
Huh. All right, Clemmer, I'm just going to say a couple sentences to you.
Okay.
And I want you to say true or false.
All right.
First of all, you sat here in the beginning of the season and you said the Orioles would regress and not be very good.
Yeah, I did say that. Yeah.
Remember, they're 19-9.
Yeah, they're off to a really good start. Obviously, I've been wrong so far. We'll see if that can hold up, though. Their ace pitcher is Kyle Gibson. He's not very good.
Not true.
Not true. What? He's there. He's not.
Tyler Wells leads the league in WHIP, .72 WHIP.
All right. Going into the season, Gibson was their ace.
Stats. You don't care about stats, Ebo.
Oh. No, not in basketball. I watch ball.
All right. So here's a stat that is, I think, kind of proves my point a little bit. There's no Orioles pitcher besides Gibson that has more than 11 career wins. So is that a stat that you can believe in that's going to last the entire season? I don't. But if Tyler Wells can keep pitching like this, then sure. I hope the Orioles do well.
Tell them the thing you told me today.
I think that if they have such little starting rotation depth that if a couple guys get hurt, they're really fucked. Fucked more than other teams are. Like, for instance, the Mets have lost 2 starting pitchers the last month. They've survived. They're still 3 games over 500. I don't think the Orioles have that depth yet, and it all goes back to that ownership, that's malpractice. And what the owners are doing, what the ownership the Angelos family is doing is wrong.
They're 19-9.
They are 19-9. They would be even better if they spent some fucking money.
All right. Now, I want you to just tell me true or false this next statement. The Yankees are in last place on May 2nd.
It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And they're in trouble.
Bad trouble, right?
That lineup is in shambles.
Not in trouble.
They are in trouble.
It's very early.
They're in last place.
We're in trouble in the sense that we
have 14 guys hurt.
Injured.
Like we got Bader back today. That helps. Like things we gotta get.
You guys watched the game last night?
Yeah, it was horrible.
That was a perfect indictment on how the Yankees are doing. No offense, a bullpen that's in tatters. This Yankees team is a mess.
The bullpen's not bad. Like
Listen,
that's
it's
just
been bad.
Already it's in tatters.
No, the
bullpen's great.
Sorry, the bullpen is great. He's right.
I know I'm right.
The end of the game bullpen is a mess.
Oh, they have to look at Clay.
Ninth inning bullpen, I should say.
Michael King's our closer. They made a mistake yesterday putting Clay Holmes in. Yeah, no, we're in shambles right now, but our shambles is 500. We'll be fine.
I don't think this isn't a. The problem is, you guys are 500 because you had a very good first couple weeks. What are the next 2 weeks?
What was that?
Like
when
we
were healthy, right?
Yeah, right.
So that makes sense.
You count on the health of Stanton?
No, I'm not even talking about. It's like just Aaron Judge.
One guy.
No, Rodon's gonna come back.
Okay,
Severino's gonna.
Another guy that's the beacon of health.
But like,
Carlos Rodon.
Just like you can't if someone's hurt, they're hurt. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like they're gonna come back fine. Aaron Judge is gonna be completely fine. That lineup, he counts for 2 people basically.
I just can't get this work. It's May 2nd. I just can't.
Yeah, I'm just not worried.
It's injuries.
500, and we're hurt.
Do you guys know what the Rays record is?
Yeah, who cares?
I'm aware.
23-6.
Well, the Rays, we get it. Good for them.
I mean, the Detroit Tigers in 1984 started off 35-5. They ran away with it. The 1990 Reds started off really hot, ran away with it. You can run away with. You can do it in April. Okay. And the Rays are not just beating teams; they're dominating them.
Good for them. There's wild cards for a reason.
Okay, so you guys are playing for the wild card.
This is a good point. I mean, in 1970 or 1980 or 1990, there were 2 divisions.
Correct.
Yeah, it's just I just can't. I honestly I know the Yankees suck right now. They do, but like there's 30 games.
Oh, you will sit there and you will be sad.
There's 100.
You will sit there and I will call the merchant of death when you guys fall to last
Like
place.
The funny thing is, a Met fan telling me they're 16-13. Like it's not like they're fucking.
And look what we have coming up. We just got Verlander back. We have Scherzer back from 10 games. And look at the next 13 games.
You have
for the
40-year-old pitchers.
Go through the next 13 games for the Mets and tell me we're going to be.
The Yankees play all the same teams. The schedule's the same. They all play the same teams. So there you got 2 40-year-olds.
May 15th. How many games better are the Mets going to be than the Yankees? It could be dramatic.
You don't know though. You don't
No
know.
shit, Marty.
Yeah, you just
But
keep
I'm saying,
saying all
why
things
are we
that are
talking about May
fucking.
15th?
Hold on.
Like,
Ebo has his hand raised.
September
Yes.
15th.
So Tommy Smokes gave up publicly on Twitter on the Yankees the other day.
Uh-huh.
Does
What
it
would
every
it take for you guys to give up on the Yankees season?
It's a great question.
I will give up every game and then I'm always back. That's just what it is. I mean, I just don't. Baseball does not worry me until July.
Yeah,
Like, I'll watch the games. I
I
watch every game. I go home at 7, watch the games. I get truly upset, and I'm like, all right, I got till July.
I'd like to play devil's advocate. Because I would say on May 1st or maybe May 15th last year, y'all sat here and you guys were going to win the World Series. You were the best team ever.
But me and Big
we
Ev,
were the Rays
me and
last
Big
year.
Ev are the same. Where when we will admit when we suck, but when we're good, I'm gonna be putting my balls in your face, saying how.
I mean, when
good
you're
we
just
are.
when you're playing that good, obviously it's fun. Like who's like
I
everyone wants to
can
be the team
admit,
that's on a heater.
We're not doing well right now.
To ask is like with this Yankee team, the way it's constructed, do you see a tear of like 15-5 and in a row? Like,
Healthy, yeah. Like
I do,
healthy, yes. That
15-5,
can happen
yeah. The
for
thing with
sure.
the Yankees are missing right now is just like we don't have any there's no fun happening. Like these teams like the Nationals have a fucking they're putting on George Washington wigs after home runs. Like there's nothing the Yankees have that's like I want to watch right now. But there's also fucking guy Willie Calhoun's batting fourth. Like there's things where I know these guys are not good. Aaron Hicks is in the lineup every day. That's a problem. He's one of the worst players of all time. So the Yankees will be completely fine because we're the fucking Yankees.
No, that is so stupid.
How is it stupid though?
Because
when we made the
the
playoffs,
1989 Yankees fine, 1990 Yankees.
This guy goes back.
Because-
Who cares about the 80s, Clemmer?
born then.
What does it matter?
Because
It doesn't matter. 1980s.
you're saying they're
No.
good because they're called the Yankees? Like they have
Yes.
the name Yankee that makes them good?
It legitimately does.
it must be.
That's so stupid.
Honestly,
Does it though?
That's fucking
if you were
stupid.
our age, literally 26 to 20 years of our life, yes.
Yes, it literally that's what it means.
So their name being the Yankees makes them great. That's so
no,
stupid, Marty.
great.
That
You
is
just
so
went off. You
fucking
just
stupid.
fucking went on a whole thing about the Orioles. Why aren't the Orioles? Because they don't spend money, right?
Right.
But the Yankees fucking spend money, and they will get somebody else. That's what they
Orioles.
do every year.
Orioles
So
are
I don't know what you're talking
19-9.
about. The Yankees fucking do well every year.
All right, Clemmer,
It's a fact.
before I let you go and get rid of you because I don't like you.
I think I fucking beat you today.
I don't
Oh
think-
yeah, I don't think so at all.
I don't
think so at all.
I just don't know what the 89
I think you
Yankees
just got
do.
crushed, Marty.
All right.
Yankees have nothing.
I don't think anybody got crushed.
I don't think anyone won anything.
Right. I think we all lost.
That's fine with me.
Okay, here's the thing, Clemmer. A couple more baseball items to talk about with you, okay? The Cardinals are 10-19. They're never bad. You talk about a team that wins because of their name. I mean, the Cardinals could be one of those teams. Are they just trash now?
There might be some problems here. Nolan Arenado is playing horribly right now. You hear worries about his back, which you never want to hear for a guy who's over 30. Did the Molina, him leaving, is it, they replace him with Wilson Contreras, who's a much better offensive player, but is it causing problems to that pitching staff? Stephen Matz is off to a terrible start.
He's a pussy.
Miles Mikolas is off to a very bad start. Now, Wainwright's going to come back, but, I mean, do you put all of your eggs in a basket of guys like 41 years old? I mean,
I've gotten a hit off of Steven Matz.
That's
out there.
I'm not going to use that word because it was
All right, next question.
a show, but Matt is a pussy.
The Orioles are 19-9. The Pirates are 20-9.
yeah.
If I said right now, put your money where your mouth is, who wins more games, the Pirates or the Orioles?
Orioles easily. Now, the Orioles won 83 games last year.
Yeah.
Like they were a good team. I just thought they'd take a step back, maybe win like 75, 76, and then the year after win that 90.
Yeah.
The Orioles, in my opinion, have much more talent on their roster. Also, they have the Pirates aren't quite there yet. The Pirates, what I thought going into the season, maybe I'm wrong, they were like 2 years behind the Orioles. Just because they have a good GM, Ben Cherington. But I mean, the fact that they're doing this, they're 20-9. There's no O'Neal Cruz. I don't know how they're doing it
without their best player. Like I don't know. The Pirates
division stinks, though. I do think the Pirates will be in that for the long run.
do too.
Like Vince Velasquez is their number 3 starter. Like their rotation is.
Their pitching's been out of their just pitching.
I know, but like I don't think it can hold up. They've also had a very soft schedule. I don't know if
but the Pirates usually are the soft schedule.
Well, there's other teams though. Reds lost 100 games last year.
So Brian Reynolds is like legit one of the best players in baseball.
He's very good. And he signed at such a discount.
Oh yeah,
$15 million a year.
That's nothing.
Crazy. Yeah, the Pirates, I don't believe in at all. I think that's gonna. The Brewers are in that division, but like Rico said, like the Central's pretty weak, and when you take the Cardinals out of it, they're even weaker. So maybe the Pirates can hang. I don't believe it, but I think it's great for baseball.
All right. Anything else there? Let's see. The Padres are still middling. Do they become elite like everybody thinks they're going to?
Padres are really good.
Okay, but when is that going to happen?
It's happening. Haven't they won like 7 out of 11 games?
I don't fucking know. 7 out of 11 also isn't that impressive. That's 7-4.
It's half the. It's almost like half the season.
Yeah, but 7-4 like that.
But they're ramping up. You can start to see it. They're playing better. I think the Padres would be just fine.
All right. Who wins the AL East? Do you think the Rays are running away and hiding, or does somebody catch them?
I mean,
the AL East has 23-6 Rays, 19-9 Orioles, 18-11 Blue Jays. The Red Sox 16-14, and then the Yankees at 15-15.
The Red Sox, they're just slugging everybody to death. That I don't think that can keep up.
And the Rangers keep it up.
If they lose DeGrom for a long time, it gets a lot harder.
Well, they're going to at some point. I mean,
he's hurt right now. But I don't know how bad the injury is.
They're going to lose DeGrom. That's how this works. If you have DeGrom, you're going to lose him. Just like Judge, you're going to lose Judge.
The problem with the Rangers, you have the Astros in the same division. Astros are playing a lot better.
Son of a bitch.
Short DL stint.
It's a hip, though.
10
That's
days.
not
10 days.
a hip's a
It all
problematic.
came back
10
negative.
days.
So
A hip's a problematic injury.
it all came back negative.
It ended Bo Jackson's career.
Albert Bell as well.
But he dislocated.
Bo Jackson's was way too athletic for his own body.
Yeah, it's true.
Just a fact.
Is that Albert Bell's problem too? Was the hip?
Is that what ended Albert Bell? I just thought he went crazy.
Nope.
Clemmer, how many?
Just getting your hips almost like impossible. Jackson did it to
Evo.
Clemmer, how many games do the A's win this year?
The A's are the worst team I've ever seen in my entire life. I watch them every night. It's must-see TV. I think they go 35 and 127, something like that.
35?
Yeah.
They're 6-23 right now.
Yeah.
Well,
They're that
there's
bad.
another team. Who wins more games, Royals or A's?
Well, the A's will win. The Royals will win significantly more games than the A's. A's
Right now,
are
they've
that
only
bad.
won one more game.
Yeah, Royals are trash.
The Royals could go 55 and 107 and win 20 more games than the A's.
35? I thought I was going to put like 45 as their overall.
Their win total was 59. I was like, Jesus Christ.
They're on pace to have, I think, a
35.
minus 600 run differential.
Yeah, they don't just lose; they get annihilated.
They were beating the Angels
they're one of the
last
best
week
over
with
teams. Just
Ohtani,
give
and
them
then
a
ended
million
up
runs.
blowing that too.
Oh, one more team.
True A's fashion too.
I love the A's.
One more team. 1-9 in their last 10 games. The 8-21 White Sox.
Oh, they suck.
They were not expected to be this trash.
Well, they wast 10 in a row. That win they had was interesting.
They
They
got lucky.
came back against the Rays. They scored 7 in the bottom of the ninth on Sunday to win that game. That team is very bad. They're a mess. I think you'll see them sell their parts off. Now, someone like Lucas Giolito on the White Sox, right? Like I could see the Orioles going out and getting him if the Orioles will ever spend money.
All right. Get out of here.
White Sox are trash.
What movies are we doing for what movies are coming out for tomorrow's episode?
Caddyshack and Caddyshack 2.
Yes.
Play. Everyone should go watch it.
Double play. Yeah.
Double play.
It's actually terrific. You
On the
you
lights,
wouldn't
camera,
think so
Barstool.
with the composition of the players. But Clemmer carries.
Yeah, I carry that show.
Mm-hmm. Double play. Check it out.
Yes.
What's that sign say? No bad feet. What's that
sign say? No fighting.
Have you not seen Caddyshack, Ev?
Bits and pieces.
Oh, it's a good flick.
It is a good flick.
Maybe the first movie titties I ever saw was the girl in Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Maybe the first movie titties I ever saw. Good tits too. Although I guess when talking about Caddyshack, you probably should talk about the golf first or the jokes.
Lacey Underall, yeah.
They don't really lead with the titties, although they should. All right.
Getting to the end of the round, they said, "Hey, Llama, something for the effort."
He's gonna stiff me. Yeah, Looper, caddy. Whatever. Pool in a pond. Pond be good for you.
Yeah.
You know that scene?
I don't remember that scene, actually. I saw you tweeting it later.
You don't remember that scene? It's when Ty Webb goes into Carl Spackler's it's Bill Murray and Chevy
Oh,
Chase.
okay. I was going to touch
They're
on
only
that.
seen together in the whole
They
movie.
had to add it. They added the
Added
movie
at the
in
end,
together.
yeah.
They also said that somebody showed up to the director or the producer, Ev, in the 80s, and like for the meeting for the movie, like just dropped a bag of Coke and was like, "Oh, you want one?" Like they were going bonkers on that set.
All right. So, NHL hockey. I don't know if y'all watched it last night. I did.
I did.
After an electric game 7, 2 electric game 7s the night before, the Devils just dropped their nuts all over the Rangers, and Frank just went to the game, said fuck the stream, went to the game. I respect the shit out of it.
He's the biggest alpha in this office.
Yeah.
There's no one that can tell him, Dave, Big Cat, nobody can tell him what to do. I would have been at that stream, I can tell you that, because I'm scared.
Well,
He
but
could do whatever he wants.
I listen, Frank's a season ticket holder. Like, Frank is not somebody that jumps on to do content for the team. If Frank didn't work here, he would be at every Devils game. If Frank worked at the courthouse, he'd be at every Devils game. So I don't have any. I love this.
One of my favorite storylines that it's just only I know is that my brother always pulls out of the parking lot at the same time as Frank. Every day I get a picture. Every game he gets the Seton Hall, the Nets, the car, and everything. But yeah, I mean, Happy Frank is one of my favorite Franks.
It's so rare too.
It's the Devils that bring it out of him.
You know what's crazy though is over there we were sitting there before this show, and Frank was asked about the Devils, and he starts doing his clapping. You know, they're doing this, and he's like, they lost the 5-1 in game 1 and 2. Like, oh, you just won a 7-game series. Why are you focused on losing game 1 and 2 at home? But yeah, Devils beat the Rangers. Now they play the Canes, so it's Devils, Canes, it's Maple Leafs, Panthers. That's tonight. And then on the other side, it's Dallas Stars, Stars and Kraken, and then the other series is 2 other teams.
Oilers.
It is the Evo. Little help. Oilers,
Knights,
Knights.
Kraken, and
Stars.
Yeah,
Oilers,
Stars.
Knights.
The classic longtime original teams. The Kraken.
I feel like the
Knights.
first round was just so good
Yeah.
that the second round isn't going to be as.
I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, but that's what you think. Then playoff hockey
I think it's going
happens.
to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be
Was there 20
unbelievable.
overtimes?
We're in the midst of
It was so long.
one of the all-time dual playoffs. Like the NBA playoff first round was crazy, and this round looks like it's going to be nuts.
NBA first round is usually never that good.
Never.
This is the best NBA first round we've had in a long time.
Long time.
Hockey first round was incredible. Now this NBA second round looks loaded, and hockey will be hockey. I mean, hockey by nature as a sport is just going to give you excitement and all that shit. It's going to be awesome. What else? This is the first time I planned 37 minutes of content in an hour show.
I honestly, this is not because it's my show.
I have a discussion point coming, but after Marty talks about what he needs to talk about.
Have you guys ever, Enrico, for college basketball, have you seen someone this highly recruited and people want have absolutely, truly no idea what the fuck's going on with his recruiting process right now?
LeBron James, 2008.
It's really it, right? Like, where else? Like, people I've seen at every hub of college basketball. I know it's college basketball. It's fucking it's May, but it's kind of crazy that everyone has no idea because all these, writers want to know what's going on.
I haven't said his name yet. Why don't you say his name?
Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter Dickinson.
Yeah.
I can confirm he is going to be in the Chicks in the Office attendance in D.C. I can confirm that.
Okay. 7 foot Hunter Dickinson.
I was like,
hanging out in the crowd of the Chicks in the Office show.
It'd be so funny if he just came. It's such a funny person to have there. But I don't know. I think he's done a good job of like not letting the good bums and all these other people.
You going to Kentucky?
I called him yesterday. I said, gun to head. Where you going? 'Cause I'm taking my time. I'm figuring it out where I want to go.
Who's he down to?
He's not down to anybody. Everything's still open, but he went on 2 unofficial visits.
When's the deadline? The deadline's coming up, no?
Not. I think he's still got a little time, but he's 2 unofficial visits to Georgetown and Maryland, and then he went to Villanova, Kansas, and Kentucky.
The deadline to enter the transfer portal was yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, the enter. I still think he's got quite.
They got time to
He's
come
been
out
in the
of it.
transfer portal for like I think a month, maybe a month and a half.
I mean, there's football players that just answered the transfer portal.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like I was, Kentucky radio called me today. Like it's funny because people are getting mad that I'm the person that knows what's going on. I know information. I'm not going to ruin it for him.
Yeah,
but like, it's funny to see.
Michigan State's starting quarterback and number 1 receiver got in the transfer portal.
Wild.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
They're probably gonna suck.
Well, there's a good chance they were going to suck anyway.
It's a weird time to do it now.
You guys forget
Thorne
Tuck is
started there
coming.
for like 2 years.
Yeah, Tuck is coming.
Tuck is coming.
Will they give him $90 million after one good season?
Good agent.
I'd be coming too if I was Tuck. All that money.
Jesus.
What?
Nothing. It's just it's like.
Where does he rank on your top 10 coaches list you did on SR Roughness?
Tuck?
Yeah, not in it?
I'm not sure. If I did a Big Ten East ranking, I think he'd be in the top 7.
So you really don't have Klein. I know that, like, I saw the clip, and you're mad at the Kansas State people. You really don't think Kleiman's, like, elite? Or like getting to
I
elite?
think Kleiman's a very good coach.
Okay.
That's the problem with you idiots, Kansas State supporters. And when you jump on these bandwagons of these stupid fucking idiots,
Hold on. Hold on. You're saying jump on the bandwagon. I've been betting them
I had a
since
top 10.
2012.
Okay, that's a bandwagon. That's a fucking bandwagon. Okay. You just told me that you jumped on the bandwagon.
Really just spouted yourself.
2012.
Okay, that's a bandwagon.
I don't have a college football team. I grew up rooting for Notre Dame. And then you got into gambling and you learn about the teams.
Rico.
Bill Snyder is a pariah.
That's fantastic. Pariah is a bad thing. He's
What's
not
a good
pariah.
thing? What's the good thing? Messiah. He's a Messiah.
God damn.
That was awesome.
All right.
I mean, Rico is like, he's a known. Alabama started 3 years ago.
He asked me a question. Okay. The answer is, there's a top 10 list. Chris Kleiman is a terrific coach and would be in the top 15, top 20. He's a fantastic fucking coach. He won the Big 12. He also went 4-6 in his second year at Kansas State. You know why? Because coaching college football and turning programs around is very, very hard.
Was that the COVID year?
It is. Whatever. They played football that year. Lance Leipold goes to Kansas, the most dead place in America to coach football. A decade. They hadn't won more than 3 games in a decade. 1-0, 1-0, 3-0. That's their win totals, and he's competing in year 2. He goes 6-7. I think Lance Leipold did a job there that nobody else could have done. That's why I got him 10th. I never once said Kansas State this, Kansas State that. Kansas State fans got mad. I said something nice about Kansas's coach, and that's the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Went 6-7. Didn't he start 6-0? Most of those against
started 5-0.
Some of those against non-conference. Most of those against non-conference.
They beat Houston. They beat Duke. Duke was a good team last year. They were 9-4. Houston was not a bad team. Like, you're talking about
West Virginia,
Kansas, the worst football program in the history of the sport the last 10 years.
Yeah, all right. Let's see him do it 2 years in a row.
Okay, well, let's see him. I think he's pretty goddamn good.
Realistically, should have beat a SEC team on neutral field too.
Yeah.
I just think Kleiman, like you watching him, he's
Why
doing.
are you being a whiny bitch about this?
I'm literally not, but it's good content. I'm asking you a question. I think
Kleiman's a good
is
coach.
doing what Snyder did. He's unbelievable. Like it's the same consistency of that program.
Kleiman came in and took a program that had been at this level and kept them at that level until last year, and they leveled up and won the Big 12. And that's very impressive. That's
really
why
impressive.
That's why he's a top 12, top 15 coach.
Okay.
But for Kansas State fans to get mad that I'm nice about the Kansas coach is
I think there's high probability that those two would switch back on your list after 1 year of Leipold going back to earth.
I want you to watch this year then, because they play in Lawrence. Let's see what happens, because there's a chance that Kleiman loses that game. And
there's a chance. There's also a chance it's my game of the year for the 5th year out of the last 12.
Why do you get enamored by shiny things and think Kansas State doesn't give a fuck about you?
Dude, you're turning this into like a negative.
You're a bandwagon guy.
You're doing that? You keep saying those words and like you're testing the clock?
You're a bandwagon guy.
Oh, in 2011, the spread was -11. I realized I was smarter. Colin Klein, I had watched that team. They run the ball. They beat the shit out of them.
And that's
they
the
beat
day
the shit of them the next year. And I'm like, I love this program.
That's the day you got on the
love
bandwagon.
This football team. Yeah, but bandwagon for that game. Like, it's not like I'm out supporting them, but they're good to me.
Why are you
They're
here
good to me in my pocket?
Why are you here stumping for them when all I said was Kansas has a good coach?
Because I love the coach. I mean, the coach is really good. And I picked them last year to win the Big 12.
Names not Caleb Williams is the best quarterback next year.
Drake May.
Oh, wait a second. Where
Definitely.
did Caleb Williams get drafted to? Did he not?
He's still
He's not eligible.
And I'm an idiot.
Yep.
I have a prediction.
Because why did I think I you know when you think you dreamt something? I think I saw him on Best Available.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3 next draft. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Spencer Rattler. 1, 2, 3.
Well, it's not going to be those.
Rattler's not.
Okay.
It won't be those 3 also because
Rattler
the
goes
Cardinals are going to have 1 and 2. So
I don't think Rattler.
Trade him.
I don't think Rattler's an NFL quarterback.
Well, I'm the Rattler hype train over here, and
I'm
I'm backing my guy.
too, though, so
Rattler.
He's going top 5 next year.
I'm with
Rattler closed the season very strong. He was average as fuck for about 8 weeks.
Yeah, and I mean they made some changes down the stretch, and he looked like a Heisman quarterback the last 3 games.
They're gonna if he can put together a solid season this year, they're gonna say that year at Oklahoma he was really good.
Yeah.
If this past year he was pretty good, and he had like a bad half a season.
Coming into before he transferred out of Oklahoma, he was like the #1 consensus guy.
He no brainer.
What about
the arm talent is
What
there.
about a guy like Jordan Travis at Florida State? You know,
love him.
I mean, I like him a lot.
He has
There
a
are
chance
other
to have a
guys.
good. They have a
The
tough
only thing with
schedule,
Rattler
right?
that I see hurting him is I've just obviously seen like QB1 stuff. He's kind of a dickhead, but
They're all dickheads.
But he's more like a documented dickhead.
No, I know. Yeah,
he was young too. He was like 17.
Also, like
and had the world by the balls.
Everyone was like all like loving him too.
I mean, just when you're the quarterback and go anywhere you want, Arizona, blah blah blah.
That's why I never fault kids. Like I would be like you'd be a dickhead too.
You're on TV.
Yeah, you're on TV at 17 in high school, and like, hey, you want to go any college?
His school was so good. Their backup was going to Michigan.
Yeah,
before
crazy.
But he's even though he's not like huge, his arm talent. I think people will fall in love with him in shorts too. He just throws. He's a huge arm. Throws a good ball.
All right, I have a discussion for 10 minutes.
I think I saw Caleb Williams headlines the 2024 mock draft. That's all.
We'll be number one in every mock draft there is.
Point minus for me.
Yeah, no, you get a minus. It's fine. You would slip up.
I also thought he was on someone's available graphic like this year. Whatever.
All right. The other day, I was watching hockey because I am a hockey guy. Y'all have seen this, right? I'm probably the biggest
big hockey tweeter.
Big hockey tweeter. So I'm watching the hockey, and I realize if I were a diehard fan of this sport, whenever I see a team have a power play and then they don't score or they don't even get a good shot or they're just dicking around and they're not being aggressive, it takes years off my life, and I'm not even invested. It bothers me to see a team have a 5-on-4 and just not even – whenever they back it all the way out and try to reset, I'm like, go fucking score, okay? I think that's might be one of the most frustrating moments for a fan in sports. What are the others?
Your team not picking up the fumble.
Ooh.
The fat guy.
Now, I wrote down several from sports. Football has the most.
Oh, for sure. There's more like muffing the punt's the worst.
Taking over in plus territory, settling for a field goal, not a touchdown.
To me, the worst thing in football is muffing.
Pretty bad.
Is fumbling a punt.
Yeah.
You're getting the ball back because if you fumble a punt, that means you giving them the ball in your territory usually, and you're getting the ball back. And you're about to go score whatever, and you fumble it, and they got first and goal.
You just give them the equivalent of like a 50-yard gain.
Especially a 3-and-out punt. Like after a 3-and-out, you're all fucking hyped. It's the worst thing.
I got a good
It goes
one.
right to a great drive where you kick a field goal inside the 5.
Yeah. Leaving runners on base, especially with nobody out.
Second and third, no out.
Yeah,
for sure.
I got one too.
First and second, no outs. Pretty bad too.
In basketball, missing 1 or 2 free throws.
In tight games, sure.
Missing the front end of a 1-and-1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Now in football, I had fumbled punt, but also roughing the punter. That's another one. It's the exact same thing. Well, not the exact same thing. It's not as many yards, but when they're 4th and 9 and you just stopped them, your defense all hyped, and some idiot runs into the punter, and you got to get that's
or roughing the passer on a 3rd down.
Roughing the passer.
On an
Period is always
3rd down. You're about to get off the field.
A couple more.
Fumbling through the end zone for a touchback.
Yes. Bad play call on 4th down or 2-point conversion. If you're in a key spot and your coach just calls in a shitty play, that's very frustrating.
A missed snap on a field goal.
Jumping offsides on a 4th down
Yep.
or short yardage play.
Late game hoops, not getting a shot off. 6-7 seconds. We don't get a shot off. What are we doing here?
One that's not at the game level, but maybe when you have like a team with like a big 3 that's just like running the pick and roll, 3-man weave really well.
Yeah.
One just leaves for another team.
I can see where that would be a problem.
I don't like that. Like if I have a big 3 on my team,
That
one
was
leaves.
a very deep joke.
Yeah.
Right, it was.
Like I had to think about that one. Wow.
What'd you think about that one?
What I took out of that was big 3, not big 3. It's point back. I'm at neutral, folks.
Are you gonna start keep a score now?
Oh yeah.
Start keep a score now?
Thanks, Ebo.
How do you get a point off of that?
I'm not sure.
Ebo's my
Right,
guy.
he just buried you.
You went
Oh, he
down
did?
one. You maybe went. Back
I was talking.
to
No, I was talking
So,
Celtics.
What
I
happened
was a Celtics
was
fan.
Ebo dug a grave for him, but then he left the shovel behind. Rico reached out of the grave, grabbed the shovel, and hit me with it.
Yep.
A bad plate umpire in baseball, it can be the most frustrating thing.
I was thinking more what your team does. Like
I'm saying as a
rather than
fan.
out of your control.
But right, I'm a fan though, and I'm watching the game, and he's not giving me we throw a strike 3, he calls it a ball, next pitch is a 2-run home run. That's one of the most frustrating things that can happen. Anything else?
It's definitely football the most.
Football's got so many situations.
Like obviously golf, like an in and out putt or something. But
Yeah.
like that, the other sports I'm trying.
You
to
don't have like a golf team. Like you don't have a golf guy.
I'm saying like if you bet on a guy,
People are if you bet on a guy.
yeah, like if you're Colby
really
who has
it.
Tony Finau.
I don't want you to get kicked off the trivia team because some people do have their guys in golf. I just need you to
What's
He's on the senior tour. He's
what
on the
happens?
senior tour.
Why are people trying to take off that show? It's a good show.
What show?
Kirk and Riggs.
Oh, I don't know.
They get good information. I try and bet some off of
Well,
it.
what happened?
Kirk said that there's people above trying to take out the show.
Oh, I didn't.
I don't think they. Well, I mean, listen. I don't think the people above really care about the quality or the numbers of the show does. They just get these ideas in their head and they do stupid shit.
Was that a wrestling joke or was that these deep?
No, Marty, that
jokes?
was not a joke.
Oh, that's real.
That was a statement
Got it.
about these motherfucking idiots that canceled a show while it was growing leaps and bounds every fucking week.
I almost want Rico had one. I'm not gonna say it, but one of the funniest lines this morning. If you want to say it, was funny about when Nick's going and what you said after.
Oh yeah. Keep that in
All right, it was
the circle.
One for us?
Chat.
What's for us?
It was just funny.
Circle chat. Yeah.
All right.
It's a little circle chat. It was good though. I forgot. It was so good. I
It
forgot.
was good.
Buried
Tonight
it.
we have Heat +7 against the Celtics, and we have not the Celtics. Heat +7 against the
It's almost summertime
Knicks.
too.
I actually wrote Heat +7 versus Celtics. That's how stupid I am. And Lakers +4.5 against the Warriors. So this series gets cranked up. Fresh off, is there any? I'm betting Lakers +4.5, and I do not believe in it at all. I'm just picking it because I've been picking the Lakers. But is there any concern about the Warriors going from a road game 7 to this, or is
a little bit?
nothing?
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you. I'm obviously as a Lakers fan, I think they're gonna win, but just like does that momentum carry into this game because they've played? I don't know. Like it's a weird. The first game will show. I don't think the first game will show everything in this series, if you know what I mean.
Steph just went for 50. You know, does he follow that up?
Who is on Steph? Is it like D'Lo? Like
D'Lo or like Schroeder?
Yeah, like that's because I think that Davis is gonna.
Reeves, like,
I think no, Reeves will get cooked.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Davis has a little advantage as well. Like I just think the Lakers have matchup advantages because like Draymond's gonna be on LeBron. He's done that 6 times now. Like that's nothing new. I don't know. It's gonna be a very interesting series. But
Looney's a guy that I think can maybe. I mean, not that he's like shut down AD or nothing.
I'll give him a little problem.
He's a body that can hang with him on the glass.
Yeah.
All right. What's 229 area code? Anybody know 229 area code? Who just called me 229?
Let's do the picks. I want to do an in-house thing for the show. Little family meeting.
That is Southwest Georgia.
I got Lakers +4.5, Lakers money line, Knicks -6.5, and Angels money line.
Probably a wrong number because I have a Georgia
Maybe Valdosta
area code.
Also, record's not 0-0. I had a +500 winner last night.
You think the homies in Valdosta are trying to hit me up?
Maybe.
Maybe they're trying to get you to coach Valdosta State.
Good Little League baseball.
I was actually going to buy a plot of land in Valdosta.
Why?
My college roommate is now an athletic trainer over there, and I went over there to visit him, and there was a $10,000 plot of land, 2 acres right next to his house, and I wish I had the cash right there and then.
That's a pretty good price.
Yeah, that's why I almost did it.
All right. Big F, go.
I'm on the absolute must win for the Knicks. I think they bounce back. On the Angels +120, and I really like the Braves +115. I think it's like a 6:30 start.
I have an announcement. I was on Angels money line as soon as I woke up this morning, and then I saw Marty's picks come in.
Everyone's
I saw
on it.
your picks.
We're sharp. Hot Ice boys are on it.
Everybody's on Angels money line, so
Angels money line.
I took it off. I'm not betting that.
Is the hot ice still?
They won't.
It won't change it.
No. Now I'm not changing out of spite.
We keep saying it. It's
Angels money line.
Imagine if I said, "Hey, on the show, on the hit show Hit Parade, they had this today." And it says, I say hot ice, and the viewer's like, "What?
What is the origin of hot ice?
Is that from that movie?
From the movie.
Yeah,
I think of
from
like
the movie.
Ben Gay.
Rookie of the
or
year.
like-
Anyway,
Yeah.
happy Gallon Day. Gallon strikeouts over. D-backs money line. And parlay of 2 of them together +160. We're getting the hit parade priced.
Oh, I have a GPS tonight as well.
Nice.
Do you know who it is yet?
It's it's AD, Steph, and Brunson.
All right. So
Brunson is questionable though.
He's gonna play.
Yeah, please, that's just like a
Sore ankle.
yeah, and he's
a dog.
after his press game, I was like,
I think he's
that
gonna
guy's
play well.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
Is it what?
Dog. That clip of that kid when they talk about that running backs. Evan McDowell. Dog. Evan Basenko. Dog. Brandon Walker. dog. He just keeps going. It's fucking unbelievable. Yeah, Brandon, you're leaving in a month and a half, right?
On purpose there?
No.
Hold on, he's
not a
setting
dog.
something up. Go ahead.
You're a wide receiver. Big tall frame. You would play wide receiver in my system.
What do you?
You're leaving in a couple weeks. I've workshopped this. A Brandon Walker summer. We know once the finals end. Like hopefully he leaves like right around the finals. That's interesting.
Man.
Brandon Walker roast as one of his final shows.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like Comedy Central.
But
all things above board.
Yeah.
Above par.
But you can't quit after.
Well, there's
be
no
like fun.
guarantees. I mean,
But the way the roast works is at the end you get to go too.
I'm sorry. You guys have Outback as a.
Oh yeah.
These Outback guys are like, what the fuck?
The
when a person
Yakman
just walked out.
the yak been living right.
Imagine looking at you're setting up Outback and you see that guy.
Yeah.
But I like the idea. What's your last? Do you have a last date show?
My closing date on my house is June 19th, so I hope to be moved in by July 1st.
So
I don't know. I don't know how.
I think it usually takes longer than that. No.
That's the closing date.
But isn't it usually like a month or two after the closing date?
No. Closing
More
date.
houses than me, but
Closing date. They're handing me the keys after it's over.
Got it.
It takes we're in the process now, going up like the appraisal.
What was I thinking for maybe when the offer signed or something?
Right, from offer to closing is
It's like a month or
It
two,
can be
right?
90 days, 60 days, or 30 days.
God, okay, that's what I was thinking.
Do you agree to Rico's too?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
You get to go at the end too.
Are you ever gonna show? Gonna ever come out back on the show when you're in Chicago?
Yeah, probably.
That wasn't very.
I said yeah. I would assume I would.
Wouldn't that go against your own daily gambling show when you get out there?
I don't have one planned as of.
Yeah, we'll be at 11 o'clock. Don't worry about it.
That's a different one.
Oh my God.
Different one. We got some things planned, but I don't have a gambling show planned yet. All right.
It'll probably be at 12 actually.
The Yak is up next. 11 Central.